Hi everyone, welcome back to Codera. So in this video, we'll be discussing the problem A from the latest Codeforces Global Round 17. So let's read the problem statement. So the problem says that you are playing a game on the n cross m grid. So the grid size is n cross m, in which the computer has selected some cell. Let's say it is x comma y on the grid, and you have to determine which one, right? So you are playing this game on this grid which is of size n cross m. The dimensions of the grid are n cross m, and in this the computer randomly selects one cell, that is x comma y, which will be lying inside this grid of n cross m size, and you have to determine that which is the cell which the computer has chosen, right? So to do this, you can do what? You can choose some cells, right? You can choose some number of cells, let's say x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, some number of cells according to your choice, and then give them to the computer, right? And in response of these cells, uh, you will be getting the Manhattan distance, right? So after you have received the Manhattan distance, that is the Manhattan distance for cell A1 B1 will and A2 B2 will be nothing but the absolute difference of A1 and A2 and B1 and B2, right? So I'm assuming that you know about what is Manhattan distance. Basically, it is the absolute difference between the x index of two coordinates, 2 points, and y indexes of two coordinates. Okay, after that it has been given that uh, you have to find the smallest number of cells. You have to choose the smallest number of pairs of x1 and y1, that is you have to choose the smallest points, minimum number of pairs x1 xi comma yi, such that in the end you end up guessing the correct position of the hidden cell x comma y, right? And no matter which cell is computer choosing, right, irrespective of the fact that which cell the computer randomly chooses, you have to tell the minimum number of points that you will be choosing in such a way that you will be able to determine the final position of the cell. Okay, so let me just copy the test cases and then we can discuss further upon this problem, right? So this is the test case, and let's copy the answers for these test cases. Okay, sample answers for these test cases. Okay, so let's copy this. Okay, now what we'll be doing further is what we'll be doing further is we'll be taking some cases randomly one by one. Let's say the computer gives you x comma y. Okay, let's say the computer gives you x comma y, and if let's suppose that there is n is equal to 1 and m is equal to 1, because in such cases what happens with these questions is, in such cases you need to find the corner cases or the edge cases, right? What can be the possible edge cases? Because if you take care of the edge cases, then there is one general case, that is when the grid is n cross m size, right? So first of all, let's look at the edge cases. So there can be some edge cases for this problem. One can be one edge case can be that, let's suppose that there is only one cell, right? Only one cell. If there is only one cell, that is n is equal to 1 and m is equal to 1, right? So in that case you will be having only one cell in the grid, and the computer will be choosing this cell only, right? Computer will be choosing this cell only as x comma y, that is 1 comma 1, right? We are taking one based indexing here, notice that. So since there is only one cell, so you will require zero number of pairs, right? You will require zero number of points, or x comma xi comma yi, because since you know that there is only one cell, so you know that 1 comma 1 will be allocated by the 1 comma 1 will be chosen by the computer, because there is only one cell, right? So the number of points that you will be choosing, the number of points that you will be choosing on the grid is nothing but 0, right? Let's look at the next case. Okay, let's look at the second case. The second case can be, let's suppose that the grid is only row wise. Okay, let's suppose that there is only row wise. So what will happen in that case? If the grid is only one row, okay, if there is only one row in this grid, right? If the value of n is equal to 1 and the column is m, okay, column is m, so there is only one row, right? This is a single row. If there is a single row only, if there is a single row only, and let's say you choose some random the computer chooses some random cell, let's say this. If it chooses this cell, that is let's name it as uh, let's name it as capital A. Okay, so if it chooses this cell, so for this cell the coordinates for this cell will be nothing but x comma y, right? According to the computer's choice, this will be x comma y. So if you see like how we can determine its position, so what will happen is, let's say you choose this cell, okay, you choose this cell. First of all, let's take one cell, that is 1 comma 1. Let's take this cell 1 comma 1. So what will happen if you choose this cell 1 comma 1, then the coordinates for this cell will be what? The coordinates for this cell, that is x comma y, right? This cell A, which is x comma y, its coordinate will be nothing but this. What will be its coordinate? So since there is only one dimension, right? So the I value, the x value will be 1 because there is only one row, right? There is only one row, and the column value will be y, right? Let's suppose that this column is nothing but 1 comma, let's say 4, okay? Or let's say 1 comma 5, okay? Let's say if this is 1 comma 5, so in that case what will happen? Let's say this column, that is this cell, not column, this cell is nothing but a 1 comma 5. So in this case what will happen if you choose this cell and you have this cell, like this initial cell? So how will you be able to determine this? So you'll be easily able to determine this. Why? Because now let's look at the diagram. So if this is 1 comma 1, and you know that this particular cell, which is randomly chosen by the computer, let's say you don't, even if you didn't know about it, so this will be 1 comma y, okay? So what will happen with this, that you will be knowing that what is the distance of yours from this cell, right? Because since this is linear, so you can easily count the number of cells lying in between. So you will be knowing a distance that is let's say p, okay? You will be knowing the distance p, which is the distance between this cell 1 comma 1 and this cell, that is a, right? This cell a. So p will be the distance between 1 comma 1 and 1 comma y, right? What will be p equal to? So you know p, okay? P is known to you. Why it is known to you? Because you can easily count, because since this is a single row, so you can easily count the distance from 1 comma 1 to this cell, okay? How after that how can you determine this y? So if you will see, so value of p, which is already known to you, what will you do? So you will try to calculate the distance. How do you calculate this distance? So this will be nothing but mod of 1 plus 1 plus mod of y minus 1, right? So if you see this, since p is known to you, since you know the integer value of p, because this is only one row, so you know the value of p value is known to you, this value comes out to be 0. So this will be p, which is known to you, plus y minus 1 mod of p is equal to y minus 1, right? So since this p is equal to y minus 1, so you can do what? You can directly find the value of y, because p is known to you and minus 1 is also known to you, so you can directly find the value of y. So in this way, if there is one row, only one row, and there are several columns, so you can take 1.1 comma 1, and you will be easily able to find the coordinate of the unknown cell. That is, you already know about its row, but you will also find its column, right, after using this method. Now the next case can be, but let's suppose that what happens is that there is some value of m, that is the number of rows is m, and the number of columns, that is n, m is equal to 1, okay? So if this looks like this, okay, if the grid looks like this, so what you can do is you can again choose 1 comma 1, and let's say the computer has randomly given you any cell x comma y, right? If it has given you x comma y, so you know that for this the y value will be 1, because there is only one column, so the y value will be 1, and this is x. Let's say the distance for it is q, okay? Let's say the distance between this cell and this cell that you can see is x, okay? So x will be is q, okay? If is q, so since you know q, so what will happen with this case is, since you are knowing q, so it will be very similar to the previous case. So q will be nothing but x minus 1, taking the mod value of x minus 1, right? You take the mod value of x minus 1. After that you add what? You add the absolute difference of the y coordinates. So y coordinate for 1 comma 1 is 1, and y coordinate for x comma 1 is also 1, right? So this will get cancelled out, so this will be 0. Since you know the value of q, because this is a single column, so you will be knowing the value of q, and you know you can directly find the value of x. So after that you can directly put that x value, and you will be knowing the value of x comma 1, right? Now there can be the third case that can be possible, there can be the fourth case, right? The final case that can be possible is, let's suppose you have been given this grid, okay? Let's suppose that you have been given this grid. Let's draw this grid, and let's take some cases for this grid, okay? Because these three basic edge cases are clear to us. Now we'll be looking into this fourth case and how we can solve this case. So let me just draw the grid first with taking some values, because only then we'll be able to understand this. So the first three cases were very clear to everyone. I think that everyone could have figured out that if there are no cells, if there is only one cell, then you don't need to pick any other point or the cell, because there is only one cell, so you'll be directly able to determine it without taking any points. If there is only one row, so you can easily determine the x comma y by taking only one cell. And if there is only one column, then also you can easily determine by taking only one cell, that is 1 comma 1, and you'll be easily able to determine the coordinates x comma y, and where y will be actually known to you and x can be actually known to you, depending that whether it is a column, one column, or a one row, that is whether it is only a column, only one column is present, or only one row is present, right? But let's say that this can be the case. Okay, let's say you take this x, let's say this is your point that the computer has chosen, and let's say this point is nothing but x comma y, and let me put some values in this, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let me just increase the size of the grid. Let's take it as 5 cross 5 grid. Okay, and let's say I take this grid. Okay, let's assume that the point that I want to fetch is here. Okay, so since you know that we can always take 1 comma 1, right? We can always take 1 comma 1. So by taking 1 comma 1, what will be the value that I'll be knowing? So since this x is known to us, assuming that this is known to us, right? You know this is 5 comma 5, right? So I want to tell you, actually this is not known. Okay, x comma y is not known, but you know the distance between the two. Okay, so what will be the distance between the two? So you can see that this much will be, you will be traversing in this direction, and this much you will be traversing in this direction. So that will be nothing but the absolute value of 5 minus 1 plus 5 minus 1, right? Let's say that this distance is p from the point 1 comma 1. From the point 1 comma 1, the distance is p, which is nothing but 4 plus 4, that is 8. Okay, sorry, I have made a mistake. Basically, since the point will not be 5 comma 1, but it will be 5, not 5 comma 1, basically it will be 2 comma 5. Okay, so if this is 2 comma 5, so what will happen with this? Okay, this was not 5 comma 5, the grid size actually was 5 comma 5. Okay, so since this is 2 comma 5, so what will happen? Since this is this, so you will take first subtract it from the x value. So since the it is present in the second row, right? So 2 minus 1 plus mod of 5 minus 1, right? Because it is present in the fifth column, so this will be nothing but 1 plus 4, which will give me 5. So the value of p is 5. Okay, so p, which gives me the distance 1 from 1 comma 1, is nothing but 5. Now how do you determine that what is the value? How do you check that what can be the possible cases, right? So since you will, if you will see, so let's suppose that you didn't know. Okay, but what I'm saying is, let's suppose that you know that p is the distance of the point 1 comma 1 from x comma y, right? This is what will be given to you. P is nothing but b1 b2, right? So p will be, this b1 will be given to you, right? This b1, as it is stated in the question, let me show you. So it is stated that after receiving this value, like when you will be giving it points. Okay, let's suppose that you give this point, let's suppose you give x1 comma y1 to the computer. So the in response you will get you will get this point b1. Okay, so if you so I am assuming that you get this point p. Okay, so that is what I was trying to say. So you know the distance if you know about the point, but let's say you don't know. Okay, so let's assume that this is only x comma y. Okay, let's suppose that this is only x comma y, and what will happen with this case is, let's suppose that this is only x comma y. So what will happen with this? Let assuming that this is only x comma y, so what will happen? You will give the, you will select this point 1 comma 1, and you will give it to the computer. Okay, you give it to the computer, computer gives you a distance, let's say p. Okay, so let's, if it gives you p and the value of p, let's say is what? Let's say the value of p is 5. Okay, the value of p for this case is 5. So what can be the cells that can have a distance 5? So if you see, so this cell can have a distance 5 from 1 comma 1. The cell 5 comma 2 can be at a distance of 5. Okay, the distance of this can be 5. So from the cell 1 comma 1, there can be another cell, let's say it can be 4 comma 3. Okay, 4 comma 3, where is 4 comma 3? So 4 comma 3 is here. So for this case, for this cell also, if you see, so you can see this. Okay, you can see this distance will be also at a distance 5, right? After this, there can be another case. Let's say you do let's say you choose this cell. If you choose this cell is nothing but this cell is nothing but 4 comma 3. Okay, now what is this cell? So if you look at this cell, so this cell will be nothing but 4 comma nothing but 4 comma 3. This will be not this will be not 3 comma 4, this will be not 4 comma 3, this will be 3 comma 4. Okay, after this there can be another cell that can be possible, this cell. Okay, so there can be various cells possible. I'll just first draw the points and then we'll discuss on it. Okay, so there can be this cell also, which will be 5 comma 2. Okay, so if you see the distance between all these cells from 1 comma 1, from 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1, the distance of this cell which is nothing but 2 comma 5. Okay, so from 1 comma 1, the distance of 2 comma 5, if you take the absolute distance of x coordinates and y coordinates, the distance come out to be 5, which is 5 p, which is given 5. If you can take this cell 3 comma 4, then also if you take subtract the absolute x1 value, x1 x2, and add with absolute difference of y1 and y2, then also you will be getting a distance of 5. If you see this 4 comma 3, then you see the distance from 1 comma 1, so the distance will be 5 for this case also. For this 5 comma 2, 1 comma 1 is also at a distance of 5. You can directly see that you take 1 2 3 4, and this will be the fifth. Okay, so if you see, the distance will be 5 for all these cells. So how do you determine that which cell is your cell? Okay, like you can see directly that this cell is also one cell which is present at a distance 5. This cell is also one cell which is present at a distance 5. This cell is also one cell which is present at a distance 5, and this cell is also one of the cells which is present at a distance of 5, right? So how do you actually end up determining that which is the cell among these cells, that is 2 comma 5 and 3 comma 4, 4 comma 3 and 5 comma 2, among these cells, which is the cell which you can say that it is at a distance of this much, right? So you can see that one point, if the grid is n cross m, that is there are multiple rows and multiple columns in a grid. So in this way you can see that if you pass this one coordinate, then you will be getting this distance p, right? So since you are getting this distance p, so you can easily see that there are several points that are candidates for x comma y, but since there is only one point, so let's say you take this value also. Let's say you take this column n comma 1. Okay, let's say you take this particular row and column, that is let us n comma m, not this cell, this cell actually, but not n comma 1, right? This is n comma 1. Let's say now you take this cell. Okay, so if you take this cell and let's say you get a value. Okay, let's say you get a value, the value will be nothing but q, right? The value will be nothing but q. For this cell q, you get a value n comma 1, right? And for the actual cell, for the cell p comma 1, for the cell, let's just write it once again. Okay, so if you see this cell 1 comma 1, so the distance of 1 comma 1 from the cell x comma y was given to be p. Okay, and for the cell n comma 1, the distance which will be given to me will be q. Okay, how do you determine that which cell you will be at? So what is this actual cell? The actual cell is x comma y, and how do you determine the distance? The distance will be nothing but x minus 1 plus y minus 1 is equal to p. This will be the first equation that we'll be having. Why? Because you know the distance from x comma y for the cell x comma y to 1 comma 1, right? So the distance is nothing but p. So first of all, this will be one equation. Now the another equation will be such that you will be getting this equation, right? So that will be nothing but n minus x plus y minus 1. Okay, you can get this also cell, right? So basically what I am trying to say is that let's say you take this n minus x mod of n minus x plus y minus 1. Okay, so if you do this, so you will get the distance q also, right? So once you know this, so what will happen is since what are the variables that you know? Okay, you know the value of this, you know the value of p, you know the value of q, you know the value of you don't know the value others. Okay, but if you will add this equation, what I'm saying is this is the first equation and this is the second equation, you add 1 and 2. Okay, you simply add 1 and 2, and after that what will happen is once you add 1 and 2, so what you will get is you will get the third equation, right? And that equation will be nothing but n minus 1 plus 2y is equal to p plus q. Okay, this will be the equation that you will be getting. Okay, this will be the equation. Let me write it once again. N minus 1 plus 2y Okay, this will be the equation that you will be getting, minus 2 plus 2y minus 2. Okay, once you just you can just solve these equations. So this, once you solve these equations, so you'll be getting this, you'll be getting this equation, that is n minus 1 plus 2y minus 2 is equal to p plus q. Now notice that you know the value of n, you know the value of q, you know the value of x, you know the value of p and q. Okay, so you need to find the value of y. So there is this, from this third equation you can easily find the value of y, right? And once you find the value of y, because all the other all the other variables are known to you, n is also known to you, p is also known to you, q is also known to you. So from x comma y you will be able out to figure out y, right? And once you know y, so what you can do is you can put the value of y, put y in this equation. Okay, in the first equation. So if you put y in this equation, in this equation, in the first equation, if you put y, so what will happen is, you know y, you know y also after you have computed y from the third equation, right? And you know also the p which was given to you by the computer once you pass the point 1 comma 1 to it. Okay, so you will be easily able to determine x. So you can see that if I take two coordinates, if if there is this matrix or this grid which is of n cross m direction, so you can see that after I take 2 points, so I can easily get two equations, such that after solving these two equations I'll be able to get the value x comma y, right? So just let me sum up this question. Okay, so if you have just one cell, the first situation can be if you have just one cell 1 comma 1, so in that case you know that there will be 0 points required. Okay, you will be able to make 0 points and you'll be getting the answer. Okay, if you have two, if there this second case, if you have let's say if it is having only one row. Okay, if it is having only one row, okay, one row, if it is having only one row, let's say this is the row, and you take this point, let's say 1 comma 1, you take 1 comma 1, and they have this point x comma y, so you'll be getting this distance p. Once you give the 1 comma 1 point to the computer, it will give you p distance, right? And what will be the distance? X minus 1 plus y minus 1, where the value of y is not where the value of x is nothing but 1, because since this is a single row, right? So the value of x is 1, so p is nothing but y minus 1. So you'll be easily able to, you know the value of x is 1, and you will be easily able to calculate the value of y from p, that is y is equal to p plus 1, right? After this there can be this third case, which we have already discussed. So there can be columns, right? You can have columns in it. Okay, once you have the columns, so what will happen, let's say you take this cell x comma y. So since you are having this cell x comma y and you have 1 comma 1, right? Once you pass 1 comma 1, you will be getting a distance of q. So you can know that x comma y, since this is a single column, so the value y value will be 1. So this point is nothing but x comma 1. So since you know that, so what will be it? X minus 1 plus 0, right? Because 1 minus 1 will give me 0. So x will be nothing but q plus 1, right? And the last case, for the last case, what will happen? For the last case, you have to pass 2 points, right? P is p for the point p 1 comma 1, you will be getting a distance for the point 1 comma 1, you will be getting a distance p, and you will get the equation, that is for the random point x comma y that has been chosen by the computer, x minus 1 plus y minus 1 is equal to p, right? And if you choose the second point q, let's say n minus 1, you can choose any point of your choice, and what will happen, you will choose this, and this will be nothing but n minus x plus y minus 1 is equal to nothing but q. Okay, you have this equation first and this equation 2, then you'll calculate, you add these equations and you get the value of y. Once you get the value of y, you put this into the first equation and you'll be able to get the second. Okay, so the answer for this question can be either 0, 1 or 2, and we have discussed all the cases. Okay, and let me show you the great part for this. Okay, as I discussed earlier with you, that if you take 1 point, then you will be getting these coordinates, these you will be confused that whether this is the point x comma y, this is the point, this is the point, or this is the point. But once you take the second coordinate, that is n comma 1, let's say I am taking n comma 1, so if you take n comma 1, then all these will be eliminated. Okay, all these will get eliminated, because after that what will happen, once you choose n comma 1 and you don't know the distance between this and this, so you will be exactly be able to figure out that which is the cell that you wanted, that x comma y cell that was randomly chosen by the computer. Okay, let's read the code for this problem. So let me just zoom in a little bit. So if you see this problem, so if n is 1, you first of all take n and m as an input. If the value of n is 1 and the value of m is also 1, so you simply see out 0, because you know that there is actually only one cell in the whole matrix, so you don't need to find its location, right? You know that it is 1 comma 1 already. And if there is one only one row or only one column, so in that case you know that by taking one point, that is 1 comma 1 or any other point, you will be able to figure out its position, right? And in the other parts, if the grid is n cross m sides, that is it is consisting of multiple rows and multiple columns, then you don't know that you can choose 2 points. First of all, you will be choosing 1 point, and then you will be getting several point sets which can be your answers, right? But if you choose the second point, then you will be directly be able to point out the x comma y, which is your answer. Okay, so this was it for this problem, and the answer can be calculated in order of one time and order of one space. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and you can subscribe the channel and like the video. Also, if you have any doubts with this problem or any other approach, you can mention that in the comments, and I'll be replying to your doubts as soon as possible. Thank you.